Someone's got to drive it forward. But without a team, you couldn't get to the end goal. I think that's just the way it goes. I'm AK, I'm the owner and founder of Gramm. Manchester born and dead. I don't think any creative is meant to stay in one lane. I think part of being a creative is trying different things, having different ideas, projecting your ideas onto different platforms and just having a goal, really. I do a lot of different things. Obviously I do Gramm, I also DJ, I also run a club night, and these are things that I'd never thought I'd end up doing. I think as a creative, it's just about having your ideas and getting them out there. The ethos of my brand is like, don't ever wait on someone else to change the game for you. You've got to go and change the game yourself. Certain times you just got to grab the bull by the horns and do it. In Manchester, yeah, I represent people that just want to be themselves. It's not even people that look like me, talk like me, or from the same place as me. As long as you're you, I am me, we're good. Do you get what I mean? Be yourself, man. As long as you're comfortable being yourself, then there's always room for you here. It was a struggle starting off Gramm because I'm self-taught. I didn't go to uni to learn this, but every day you learn something. Some days you might have a good day, some days you might have a bad day, but it's always a lesson. And you take it and you go forward, and you know what, if it's not killed me yet, so we keep pushing, don't we? I've never been a person to be excluding anyone from anything. I think everyone has qualities, whether they be the loudest person in the room or the quietest person in the room. I've always wanted to bring people together. Community for me, that's always been the basis of my brand. Seymour Park was like, it's the end of my road, like it was all we knew. So for me growing up there, it was right next to my house. It was like, that was as far as my mum said you was allowed to go. Like, you're only allowed to go to the park, you weren't allowed to go any further. And that's where like I learned to play football. It's where me and all my friends went. And as I say, in the summer, everyone off my road, whether you were 10, 9, 30 or 40, we all went to the park and we all played rounders. And that's where the community sense was so like relevant to me. And I've gone to other places and I just don't see it anymore. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, that's where I learned about community and having a family which isn't necessarily blood, but you're all bonded together through the same things and having the same vision about certain things. That is exactly what I wanted Gramm to be. Gramm was never for me. It wasn't, oh, look at me, look at what I'm doing. I always wanted to make Gramm just to be a platform for other people to come in and showcase what they could do. Like, I've seen so many talented people do things that they don't want to do because they've not got nowhere to showcase what they're about. So I just wanted to build a platform where they can come in and be like, this is what I can do, and everyone else is going to see it.
If I was to be a Marvel character, who would you pick me as? Ant-Man. Ant-Man?
Cranium convention. Bare heads. We used to go out a lot, me and my mates, and then we weren't trouble, but if anything, we just feel like we didn't fit in. And certain places when you don't fit in, you're seen as trouble, which isn't always true. So then it was like, we sat down and was like, we need to make something for us. And then I went away and was like, do you know what, we'll start Habitat. And that was a place where creators would come, musicians, artists, and we could all feel comfortable within ourselves. We could all wear what we want. There wasn't really like a tight dress code. You could feel comfortable around other people. And the main thing for me was like, it was sick because we heard the music we wanted to hear and whatever, but people were coming out of there like, yo, I met this person that night, like, we're now working on this project together. Like, it was connecting people, and that was the main thing for me. And that was so refreshing to see that. I get a buzz off that more than anything.
Let's do this again properly, AK.
Off the back of having Habitat, we started a football team. So we've come across people that are like, oh, I want to play football, And it's like, tell you what, let's just get together. So we can all play football Saturday morning, but then we can all go out on a Saturday night together. And that for me, it's brought together a lot of people that would never normally speak to each other or come across each other. And now, every single Saturday, I go to war with 14 of my best mates. My earliest memory of the FA Cup was the underdog story. And that was always a big team getting beat by a small team, and it's like in the FA Cup it always taught you like anything can happen on a day. Like no matter how big you are, you can still get turned over by a small team. And I think that is like a bit of Manchester's mentality. It's like we're a small place realistically, but we can still make a lot of noise, do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's always been installed in me, like, don't just lay down, like, just give it all you've got, to be honest. And I think that's what the FA Cup really showed me from a young age as well. The kit design for me, it was making a kit that I'd always wanted to see as a kid growing up. Like that design, it didn't just come out of thin air. It was always something that I had in my head, and to have that opportunity to do it. And the 44 was one of my first studios, which was number 44. And that, for me, was more than just a number. It's where my team came together for the first time, and we really started to elevate the brand, and it holds a lot of significance for all of us. So that's why I had to make sure that the 44 was on the kit. I'm not here to dictate anyone's fashion sense. I'm not here to dictate how anyone wears anything or where they're going in it or whatever. So if you want to wear that and you feel great when you put that top on, then that's perfect for me. The people that I have around me are influential to me because they push me to do certain things. They might not know it, but having them around has pushed me to do crazy stuff. And I think on a team, you can't have 11 strikers, you can't have 11 midfielders, you can't have 11 defenders, you can't have 11 keepers. You've got to have a team, everyone plays their specific role. And I think that's what these people do with me, and that's what I do with them, innit? Certain days I'm the manager, certain days I'm the centre-back, certain days I'm the keeper. Like, that's just the way it goes. And without them, I couldn't have done it, so. I ain't gonna tell you how to wear it. As long as you're comfortable in it, just do it. Be happy in it. That's it.